Hey everybody, Charles here. Welcome to Backroad Living. In today's video, we wanted to share with you some of the things that we picked up over the summer from thrift stores, yard sales, flea markets, etc. Now, all of this stuff that we're going to show you are things that are very usable. None of this stuff is collectible. I know a lot of people collect this stuff for display. We collect this stuff to use, and I know you guys do too. But I wanted to just stress the fact in this video that try not to have an attitude or mindset that you can't find things or that you can't get things that you need. Because if you look, and it may take a little time, but if you'll look through the thrift stores, the Goodwills, the yard sales, the flea markets and things like that, you'll run across some of these things from time to time that's really cheap, and that's how we buy this stuff. Now, we've not paid much of anything for anything that we're going to show you on this table. It was all either just dirt cheap or cheap, and that's how we try to buy stuff. We try to spend as little as we can on things because these are things we can't eat. We'll spend more on food than we do on some of this other stuff sometimes, but now I realize there's times that to get good product and to get good tools, sometimes you have to spend a little money, and that's just how it is, and that's okay to do that because you need good stuff to work with. It really is that simple. So before I get into this video, let me remind you guys again that we do have a new Locals channel. It's the Backroads Living Hangout over on Locals. If you'll click the See More link in the bottom of this video, you'll find the link to our Locals channel there. And on that channel we try to do and speak about news related things that deal with the thing that they're putting in people's arms and the disease that people's getting, and how those things can affect prepping, among other things. And we just can't talk about a lot of that stuff here because of the censorship. But over there we're uncensored, and we have 18 supporters over there. And if you'd like to support us and help us get up to 30 supporters is what we need to be at in order to upload more videos, we'd greatly appreciate it. If you can't, we understand. And of course, YouTube's always free. We just can't talk about the stuff here that we do over there. So let's get into this video, okay? Again, these are things that Sandy and I either have used or will be using. So keep that in mind. These are things that many of you use. A lot of you already have this stuff. You've got this stuff and you use it every year during harvest season, canning season, and that kind of stuff. But again, I want to stress this, that you can find this stuff, but you just have to hunt for it. Sometimes you have to literally hunt for it, not just kind of piddle around. You have to get up early. As the old saying is, the early bird gets the worm. So sometimes you have to get there early when the people are just first setting up at the flea markets, or just opening the yard sale, or just setting their stuff out. You need to be there then. When Goodwill first opens and they fill their shelves up or something, that's when you want to be there, because that's when you'll find this stuff. After the stores have been open for a couple of hours, sometimes the better stuff is gone. So let's get into this. One of the first things I want to show you, and we've got 3 of these this summer, is this aluminum dipper. Now, this is the better one of the 3 we've got, but the other 2 are still in really good condition. And these are excellent for dipping stuff like tomatoes, for your tomato sauce, and when you're canning tomatoes and stuff like that. Man, it's just hard to beat stuff like this. And if I recall right now, I don't remember the money we've got in everything here, but I do think we had $2 in this dipper. And I don't think we had any more than that in any of the other 3 dippers that we picked up. Just picked them up at yard sales, guys. So, those are excellent buys right there. Another thing we found, this came with a kit of stuff we bought. We bought the vacuum sealer, and it had the bags with it, and it also had this jar sealer with it. This is for the wide mouth. Now, I already had a jar sealer for the small mouth, the regular mouth mason jars, and I had kind of been on the hunt for one of these for our large mouth jars, and we've got several large mouth jars, and this is this was just a bonus in that thing. I would have bought just this for what I bought the whole sealer kit for. I think I gave $5 for the whole thing, but it was a vacuum sealer with a box of bags and this jar sealer here as well. So again, it's just, you know, watching for this stuff and finding it when you're out looking, and it's best to get there earlier. The earlier you get there, the better off you'll be. And another thing that we picked up at a sale, and I really enjoyed this, really like this piece, is this aluminum funnel. But it's not just the fact that it's that aluminum funnel there. It has, whoop, sorry about that. It has these strainers on the bottom of them right here. Okay? And it has this funnel on the inside of it that you can turn upside down and put down in this funnel with your strainers if you need to. And that's just a really good piece right there. You can use it on different size jars, whatever you want to do. And that's just, I really like that. Let me get it put back together before it ends up on the floor. But yeah, that's a real nice piece right there. Next were these jar lids. Now we found these at the yard sale. This is a brand new box of wide mouth jar lids with the seals and the rings. It's got everything in it. It's even got, this one had some, which we probably won't use them, but this one had some of those chalk things in it that you put the names on the jars with it. We don't fool with that much, but a whole box of jar rings with the seals, and then right here was another box of bands with dome lids right here that we found at the yard sale. I know we don't have over $2 in any of those right there. And again, those were some really good buys, and these are things that we're either going to use or have been using. And all this stuff is just good usable stuff for canning and gardening and all that kind of stuff when you're preserving things. And here we've got this huge, I don't know if you can really tell how big it is, but it's big. And it's deep aluminum pan here. This is excellent for anything you want to put in that, especially at harvest time. A great pan for that kind of stuff. And then also we found, over this summer, we have found these stainless steel bowls right here. There's two of them. And we might have $5 a piece in them, but I doubt it, to be honest with you. But these are excellent to cut your vegetables up in, cut your corn off in, and things like that. Excellent bowls right here for stuff like that. Breaking beans in, it doesn't matter what you're doing with it. But these are stainless, and man, they are really nice bowls. So again, I've used these bowls already. Great to cut your corn off in, as I said. And then again, we found these right here, loose lids like this. I think we paid about 50 cents for this bag, maybe $1 at the most, but it's probably got 15, 20, maybe 20 of the lids and seals down in it right there. And we looked at the seals, and the seals are good in it. The lids came like this. Most of the lids are new. Some of them are used, but they're brand new lids and brand new seals. Again, it was just picked them up at a flea market or a yard sale because we got there early ahead of the crowd. And that's one of the keys to buying this kind of stuff, is getting there ahead of everybody else. And this is one of the prizes that I found that I think I've got $15 in this, and I would have gave way more for it simply because of what it is. But this is a deep chicken fryer right here, a number 8 chicken fryer, cast iron, and it has the heat ring on the bottom of it. And it sets good and flat. There's no wobble to this whatsoever. And it didn't need seasoned. It was already seasoned. So for $15, this is a lifetime investment. This will outlast me and my family and my children and my grandchildren if time goes on that long. This will last and last and last and last. I don't know how old it is already, but it's an old skillet, and it's well seasoned in really good condition. So for 15 bucks, I thought that was a steal. Another thing I found that I wasn't familiar with when I first seen it, and then when I picked it up and read on the bottom, I realized what it was, is a chicken cooker right here. It says this is a wherever aluminum. It's 4 quarts, and this is a chicken cooker for a whole chicken. It's a pressure it's a pressure cooker. This loosens right here. The lid comes off, as you can see. Real nice and clean inside. Sets back on like this. And then you tighten this section down, just like so. I'll show you right here real quick. Alright? It's just like a pressure cooker. Just tighten that down. It's got your pressure jiggler right there, and you've got your pressure cooker right there for chicken. Excellent piece. I'm gonna try that. I've not tried it yet. It's called a wherever chicken bucket. So I've got less than $5 in that. Another really good item right here. We picked this up. This is a 16 quart Maid of Honor. Okay, it does have the gasket in it. All right, the gauge on it works, jiggler on it works, and it came with a basket already in it. Excellent basket right there to lift your jars with. Got your disc in the bottom of it. So here is a 7-quart canner. This can's 7 quarts, if I recall right. And it's in really good condition. It just needs cleaned up a little bit, needs wiped off a little. It'd been in storage. But again, that's just a wonderful piece right there. I mean, these things sell online for, they're expensive. And the best find of all is this next pressure canner beside of me right here. Now this is still new. You're not going to believe this when I tell you, but this is still new, and this was picked up at a yard sale, an estate sale. If I can figure out how to open it, there we go. As you can see, it doesn't even have the gauge in it yet. There was 2 old jigglers in it right here, weights for other pressure canners. We've worked on that one. Right here's the weight that come with this one. Brand new, presto. Never been put on. Here's the gauge, never been installed. And here's something that I had in my building. Okay? I had picked this up back in the summer at a flea market or a yard sale or something. Is a basket that fits it. And here's the disc for it, brand new. So, yep, this will be put in the pile that we keep and use. And we've got $10 in this, but don't tell anybody. I'm telling you guys, this is stuff that you can get. You don't have to pay a fortune for any of this stuff. It's a matter of getting out and finding it. It just takes time and patience. And another thing I found that really helps is to pray about things before you start searching for them and start hunting them. Okay, so as I always say, the first thing you need to do is to prep your soul. Be ready for the Lord Jesus Christ. And the next thing you need to do is prep your pantries. And in prepping your pantries, to me, this is all a part of that. The tools of the trade that you have to have to can, to cook, and to do all those things with. And by the way, this pressure canner right here is made to be a hot water bath kettle also. You can hot water bath in this. So it's just a wonderful piece that we found for $10. And you can do this same thing. You can do these same things. You can pick all this stuff up over the course of a summer or a couple of summers. Now, we didn't get all this probably within the same couple or 3 months. It took a little while to gather all these things together. And I've got more that I'll show you in another video a little bit later on. But I just wanted to share with you that you can do this stuff. You just have to get out and hunt it. So God bless you all. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. And ring that bell icon so you'll be notified of our videos as we upload them in the future. So everyone have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.